just
I did it!
I just happened to
John Wick, man.
All right, good afternoon. Welcome to an IVRL exhibition match between Fireteam Phoenix and Eagles. I'm Calmec87, and I'm joined today by the longest name in Onward, Major Captain Doctore. How's it going today, bud?
Hey, buddy, how's it going? Appreciate you having me on.
Oh, not bad at all, not bad at all. So, we're going to introduce a new competitive format today. It's the point of the exhibition match for IVRL to kind of test something out. So this is, your eyes don't deceive you, this is a 9-map match. Each map will only be played for one objective and 2 rounds. So each team will have their Marsoc round and their Volk round and on the same objective. And whatever the outcome of that is, they'll move on to the next map. Each map is worth 1 point. If the teams tie 1 round each on a map, they're awarded a half a point each. If they win 2 points on a map, they are awarded the whole point for that map. The first team to hit 5 points is the winning team. For today being an exhibition match and wanting to show off some of this new format and test it all the way to the end, the teams are going to play as long as they can all the way to map 9. Something to keep in mind with 9 maps, it looks really imposing, but with only 2 rounds per map, that's a maximum of 18 rounds. The generic standard competitive format of 3 maps with a maximum of 7 rounds each would be 21 rounds. So the time here should be about the same as what most of us consider to be a general standard competitive match. So that's what I got. Cap, you have any input on the new rules?
No, we actually tried it out the other day, and I'm torn as far as the player side of things. I enjoyed it. But it seems to go a little bit quick from a player aspect, as far as you can't really find to get yourself in a groove, and then it still took close to 2+ hours to complete all 9 maps. So maybe lowering that a little bit, but that's a decision that's well above my pay grade. I'm excited for the way this new format is, because it does keep it fresh, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. I like it. I watched the cast of the first exhibition match in this format. I really enjoyed it. I think as a spectator, there's a lot of potential for this to be a little more exciting because you're always in a new location. And the teams are
Right.
spawning in.
Yep, here we go.
All right. So defensive team is Fireteam Phoenix, and they are defending the objective over on the east side of the ship. Get a little bit of that early round lag out of the way. And I'm going to catch up with the Eagles over on the offensive side.
Yep, I got Fireteam Phoenix on defense there. Right now, as far as Fireteam Phoenix looks, it looks like they're doing somewhat close to your basic defense. 1 up in heavens, 1 out on the shipping containers. Up on the stairs, looking for them to make that ship cross, and then 1 over in the east building roof.
I think we're about to have our first engagement here between Woody and Chocolate. Drone C4. Does not connect. And a grenade.
5 seconds away from there.
Woody keenly aware of how close that was. It was a good C4 throw by Chocolate. So on the offensive side, we're looking like a fairly standard 2-3 split.
-1. Echo 4.
Oxo
They
takes...
They do have 2 going out underneath into the basement and through the tunnels.
Okay.
So coming out of that door will be camera 3.
I'm wondering if this push on the ship side is just kind of intending to keep the attention on this side of the map for a little bit.
It very well could be. And taking out that guy on the east building roof, that really does free up that that tunnels push. So there's no one there watching that as they come through that door.
So Chocolate was able to get Woody. wonder where the Oxo's got a good position here if Chocolate decides to go to the third-story roof. Also looking over there. Yep.
Oh, good pickup by Oxo on the tomfoolery there, bringing it down to a 4v3.
I wonder if he's going to spot Albatross there in Heavens. Oh, and
Chocolate on a great little push up there on the top of the third story of center roof.
so this just leaves Antics on the surface level, looking for that refrag on Chocolate.
Friendly reminder, my guy, is lasers.
I do appreciate that. It just came in very handy. And our guys in the basement are just getting up now. We'll catch up with them.
Someone may have got some sort of audio cues. Looks like Albatross is from Heavens looking that way. And the front and the back of the building, seeing if maybe he can catch someone pushing out of there once they come all the way through. Chocolate's got a great goal line defense line onto the ship for if they try to push up the blue ramp.
Yeah, it's worth noting we may see some newer strategies than what we're used to. As these are both European teams playing in the European servers.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some changes here to positions. I'm enjoying seeing how things are done on the other side of the world. And Nightmare takes Albatross up in Heavens.
Great pickup. That's going to free up them to somewhat make that cross. Like I said, Chocolate does have that great goal line defense onto blue ramp as they try to make their way up.
Now that did force Andy G Mac there to crash back.
100%. And they may be able to pick him up. Let's see. If Nightmare goes, yep, there he is. Nightmare's going up into the blue room, so he should be able to. If Andy G gets a little bit picky, there's that. Yep, 100%. So Nightmare should, if Andy G gets a little bit peaky, Nightmare should be able to pick him up right there, which is going to leave. Well, he done. As I say that, he rotates out of blue room. He thinks he has an idea where Chocolate is. Andy G comes up on Heavens.
And Nightmare is able to take Andy G out of Heavens there.
2v1, but Chocolate does have a great line. He's got that great final line, like I was saying earlier. It's going to be hard to root him out there.
Chocolate is able to down Nightmare, but Nightmare just got a good call out for Tiger. Tiger's watch is about to beep, giving him the 30-second warning.
Absolutely. Should be able to get in, and yep, there it is. He got the revive, but he was just baiting him in. Great last stand by Chocolate.
Yeah. So Fireteam Phoenix takes the first round, defensive on Shipyard. And Chocolate getting the ace. Very effective positioning by Chocolate.
You need to mute something on your end, man. I can hear myself talking through your live stream.
That should be a little better now.
All right.
All right. So that first point is going to go to Fireteam Phoenix. So if the Eagles can answer this with a successful defense, then both teams will get a half point out of this map. And if Fireteam Phoenix is able to capitalize on their Marstock round, they will take the whole point for the map. And that's as easy as this format goes.
Yes. It does get a little confusing, I can attest. It gets a little confusing as far as trying to keep up with what the actual score is. When you're a player in the lobby, you know your you're up, but you can't remember exactly what the actual score is.
Yeah.
So that's one thing to kind of keep in mind is to have a piece of paper handy or your phone or something that way you can jot down at least so you know what the score is. Because all you're going to be able to see inside the tent is, hey, we're one, they're one, and then the map resets. So it gets a little bit confusing. But like I said, I do like this format. All right.
All right. So I'm interested to see how Fireteam Phoenix plays this this offensive round. They're doing a 2-3 split. Oh, and again, so Albatross getting that elevation again, going for the spawn roof on the west side. Tomfoolery looks like he's going to look for that stairs push.
Yeah, Antics went up on the onto the north side of the stairs. Oh, Tomfoolery just took out Oxo Thanks with a great job. I believe that was a shot.
Yep. Oh, I got it. And Albatross takes Antics. So there's he's downed. He'll be able to make some really good callouts from Heavens there. But so far, Fireteam Phoenix capitalizing.
Oh, I think I've got him. I think he's down.
Albatross trying to confirm, thinks that he has confirmed, and not quite there. And that can really mess up a push when you think you've confirmed somebody, but they're still able to make callouts.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
I'm not taking that.
So if Fireteam Phoenix is able to pull off their offensive round here, they will get the full point, which is huge in this format. Going up a full point when if you just think that ties are a half a point.
That's right, yeah.
Eagles have rotating back. They've got 3 on OBJ right now.
What an excellent line by Tomfoolery. So a little bit of a tighter defense played by the Eagles.
100%.
Good comms coming out of Fireteam Phoenix as well, trying to locate those defenders. Oh, looks like there's lasers. Oh, Andy Mack gets Antics, so that is the confirm there that we were looking for.
Yep.
Hippie Tiger takes Tomfoolery, giving away his position now to Chocolate.
Yeah, he's kind of holding the opposite end of the line that we saw Chocolate having earlier, and kind of that final goal stand just down the length of the ship.
Tiger's able to force Chocolate's head down a little bit.
There's a guy on roof containers.
Now I think Andy G-Mac is going to be able to do some damage.
Oh my gosh, what a great grenade. And that wasn't even a down. That was right on his face.
Yeah, that was Michelin-starred chef. That was cooked to perfection.
Yes, it was. Wow. Great grenade.
I think the line that might be the most effective here, Swin could be staying on the ship. He could be moving. I'd like to see where he goes. We have 2 defenders just tight on the objective.
Yeah, Chocolate's line is going to be a key to this offensive push. He's going to be able to keep him off of that blue ramp while these Grand Albatross and Andy G-Mac make their way towards that blue ramp.
Just as you say that, Chocolate does abandon that line.
Absolutely, and that's right. That's that caster's curse, I guess.
Now, like I said, I do believe that Swin has a pretty good line here if Woody chooses to peek. And Woody is watching it. There's lasers out, but Andy G-Mac, powerful position now. He's going to be able to spot Woody.
100%.
Giving call-outs.
Coming in. The way that smoke hit and then bounced into over by OBJ, It kind of got snuck up onto the sea cans there, but I thought it dropped perfect.
Absolutely.
There's one opposite OBJ in the corner.
Good call outs coming from Chocolate.
Swin on the Nightmare could end up having a line here.
That's exactly the line I was looking for. Oh, Woody takes
Gobble,
Andy
gobble.
G-Man.
Chocolate going in. He's pushing OBJ on the Nightmare. Nice. Great pickup. Great pick. Here comes Woody. He's crashing it.
Yep.
Oh, he picks up Chocolate. Great heads up play right there.
Oh,
Oh, great try by Woody there. He kind of got a little overpowered with it being a 4v1 or a 3v1, but he did what he could. Great job. Great job.
awesome. So that's Fireteam Phoenix taking both points on Shipyard.
Yeah, which gives them 1 full point. Chocolate absolutely putting in the work on that round. He is by far the top fragger with a 7-1 KD on there. And like I was explaining earlier, it's the best or the first of 5 full points. Half points are included, so getting that first full point is huge in this format. Gives them a huge advantage going into the rest of the maps.
So the next map we're going to find ourselves on is Egress.
Thank you. All right, and they are going to have, looks like the maintenance shop OBJ.
Absolutely. We'll pull that up now in the cast. So this is one of my favorite OBJs. I'm really interested to see how these teams play it. Just from what we saw in the 2 rounds on Shipyard, these teams have very different styles, and Egress plays very differently from Shipyard.
Yes, so you can play it fast. This is definitely a map that you can push fast and quick too. On this objective in particular, they get that quick cap over in the into the south. I want to say it's the southwest. Yeah, over into the southwest. Underneath the overpass, you can 100% start pushing this fairly quickly and get some very long lines across the map for a defense. Offense has the ability to jump up on this little ramp and try to get some long lines as well. But this is normally one that gets pushed fairly quickly, at least in the NA side of the house. I'm interested to see how the EU does things. Now we do know that some teams like taking the scenic route and going way over there into the. I'm drawing a blank.
The north by the hotel there, or the bank.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There it is.
All right, so the spawn is the warehouse spawn here up on the northwest.
They shouldn't flank us now, so what, is someone holding that there?
So a 2-3 split out of Fireteam Phoenix again. We do have 2 going towards the north, push towards the hotel. Chocolate, Andy G-Mac, and Swin are headed towards construction. There might be an early contact.
He's waiting down there. He will be waiting down there somewhere.
Yeah, if you watch the lasers here, Andy G-Mac heading for this ramp.
And right when you see that, Antics did get off of that line. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be a little bit before we actually get in a contact. Oxo think could possibly be if they decide to take those stairs first contact. Well, now he rotates off, so Hippie Tiger. All right.
Yeah, I'm interested. The Woody and Antics defense here. They're both
Oh.
fairly well positioned to rotate onto the objective if they have to crash. But having two people up there I think that would be effective. I like that.
Yeah, you got Tomfoolery and Albatross that are already over here by the gas station, over by the parked cars. Look like they're going to take that scenic route around that we were kind of explaining earlier. So that means they'll have Nightmare to contend with. He does have the line coming out of the park there.
Right on. I do see that. I'm just paying attention to the chat here, and I guess I'm not quite loud enough. So we'll fix that on the fly here. Oh, and just as I do that, Chocolate down Sippy Tiger. So we have our first contact.
Yep, they're getting ready to run into Woody here real soon too, as far as Andy G and Chocolate.
Yep.
Working
And-
off those. Yep, absolutely. Working off those sound cues, being able to take them out.
Yeah, there we go. Refrag. Antics with an excellent push, excellent refrag there. Leaving just
Nightmare.
Tomfoolery and Nightmare in the nature trail.
Four v2 or 3.5 v2. This the defense is looking pretty strong right now. Got Antics rotating down off the stairs and trying to back up Nightmare. Tomfoolery and Albatross getting stuck in this fatal funnel out of this door.
Absolutely. Good grenades coming out.
It's a good flash. He wasn't ready for Antics. Antics tries to take Tomfoolery there.
Headshot!
And
And
Nightmare ends it.
great job. Great defensive hold.
So we should have better volume now for those in the cast. It'll be a few minutes late based on what you guys are seeing. So Chocolate with 2 on that first round. Antics with 2, and excellent refrag on that one. Nightmare with 2, and Woody with 1. So, like I said, this map plays very differently from Shipyard, and I think the Eagles just showed us kind of where some of their tactics and their strengths are.
100%. They had a very, very tight defense around around the OBJ. I know that there's different levels to this map. You got the upper level, you got the lower level. Having 2 on the upper level, then having 2 on the actual OBJ, and 1 with his back pretty much up against that back wall, did a great job for them, especially when the Eagles, Fireteam Phoenix, when they tried to come around the backside there off of the overpass.
Right, yeah. Oh, and getting right back into it. There we go. So the Eagles getting the same spawn as Fireteam Phoenix. And they're positioning for what looks like a 5-man north push.
Be interesting to see if someone tries to come over and try to cover the cross down the middle of the map. Defense completely different for Fireteam Phoenix. They're a little bit more spread out and trying to head off the Eagles before they can even get to the or anywhere near the objective.
I think Tomfoolery might have a good line here. And a little bit of onward timing as the as Eagles come out of the office there.
Going off those audio cues, he should start to pick up something right about now.
He does pick them up, but he misses the shots. And he's able to
My
down
goodness,
Nightmare.
great C4. great aerial C4. Unfortunately, he did get picked up.
So all this activity. Oh,
Yeah, Woody. They kept his attention in the alley there. Woody was able to come around. Great correction on calling an audible on his part, and comes around and outflanks tomfoolery, and is able to pick up that kill. That completely frees up the gas station area.
Yep.
Chocolate making a heads up rotation, realizing that the gas station area is uncovered, and goes back right over where the Nightmare was sitting last round.
yeah, that's the most important thing for strategizing as a team. Oh. And Hippie Tiger able to take Chocolate. Not quite sure. It said chocolate shot chocolate there.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Hippie Tiger should be picking up on Swin right about now. Swin tried going on a flank, and then realized that they lost another one. So now he's down here watching, like, again, one of these goal line defenses, waiting for someone to cross off the stairs.
I actually want to see his line because it's about to be effective.
Absolutely. Hippie Tiger, I'm not real. Maybe he doesn't know he's there.
Here it is.
No, he does.
Oh,
Onward timing right there. As soon as Hippie Tiger goes, great nade. Oh my
Excellent
gosh,
grenade.
that was a great nade. Tiger's just down though. And, is able to give those call outs to the rest of his teammates. His swing can confirm that and get him to be a little bit quieter. They should be fine.
I think there'll be a confirm out of there. Oh, Swin does take Nightmare. I think he'll get. There it is.
There it is. Nice job. Makes it a 3v3.
Andy Mack able to get Woody. And he's effectively calls out Oxo as well. So Antics is... I'm not quite sure where he's running to. Trying to rotate. I think he's looking for that line onto Swin.
Yeah, Oxo thinks trying to do about the same thing, cutting through the garage, seeing if maybe he can possibly get Swin making a rotation or something to that effect.
Swin able to get Antics.
He's in a powerful spot. They have to pass him to get to the objective, either that or rotate back around him all the way back into the south.
So that's the risk with these pushed out defenses is getting rotated. Yeah, and there it is. Andy Mack able to take Oxo. So that map is split 1 round apiece. And we will take a quick look at the scores there. Top fragger, Swin with 3 and 1 and a revive there. Top fragger comes and goes very quickly when you're only playing 2 rounds on a map.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So again, it's one of those. Another reason why I like this format is, you know, when you think about some of the other leagues and you get bans, right? So the same team bans the same maps over and over and over again. So this format forces you to be good, or at least competent enough on all the maps, and you never really know which objective you're going to get. So I know with our team, we're really good at a couple maps, but there's always at least one objective that you're not just as good at. That happens to be just that pain in your side objective. So that's again the risk that you take. You may pick quarantine. You and your team is really, really good at quarantine. But quarantine has 12 objectives, so you got a 1 in 12 chance to hopefully get the one that you like.
Yep. Yeah, no, I like this this format a little bit because it takes some of that away. You don't know what objective you're getting. The objectives are randomized when you load the map. So our next map that we're coming into is Suburbia. And that'll be... Oh, correction. I believe Fireteam Phoenix will be back on the away team. There we go, on this map. That's one of the hard things with this with this format is you're changing back and forth so frequently.
So much. Yep. Absolutely.
So the objective we have here on Suburbia is going to be South Street Burning House. This objective does have a sneaky cap spot with enough smoke. You can cap from this side of the sandbags on the north side there. Other than that, it's fairly open, so it's really important for the Marsoc team to pick apart the defense.
Yeah, there is a spot, a lane 3 spawn for offense and which Eagles do get. So this is more the quick spawn. If the Eagles crank up the tempo here, they can make a really quick push onto the OBJ, lots of smoke, and be able to get that cap in pretty quick.
What I'm hoping to see here is some pre-fire. I do see I do see some machine guns, but no pre-fire on lane 3.
All right, here comes the defensive smokes. Here comes the offensive smokes.
M203 smoke onto lane 4 right away.
Yep. Lane 4 is starting their push. Andy G, great little spot underneath that APC.
Yep.
Laying down prone, is able to pick up one on lane 4.
Yep, and I just got a really good angle of how effective that spot is because a lot of the rounds heading back towards him were just hitting the track. Tomfoolery able to get Hippie Tiger.
Yeah, that was part of that lane 1 push.
Yep.
You still got one more over here to lane 1. Looks like Antics is going to try to start pushing this lane 1 and then rotate towards lane 2.
I think here, yeah, Oxo's able to get Swin. Now Tomfoolery up in the second floor of the center house.
Great nay, or nope, that was the Og. Never mind.
Oh. Clearly these teams know each other. A little friendly banter coming out. Antics is looking for Tom in the second floor. Tom has rotated out down the stairs and coming out the backyard of center house. Oh, correction. Staying in the living room. Chocolate. Has a late line there. Lane 1, 2, and 3. And Oxo and Woody, that late push in the park.
Yeah, Chocolate's going to be going off of audio cues into the playground. So as they try to make that push up through the playground, he'll pop up and hope to get at least one.
Yep. Antics has rotated around, abandoning that lane 1 and 2 push. M203 smoke goes out. Chocolate able to get Oxo. That position's burned now. What is Woody and Antics going to do with that information?
Yeah, if Woody ends up trying to push around towards lane 4, you got Albatross watching that corner. It's going to be tough for him to get around.
Albatross in a good spot here.
Yep, and there it is.
On the TV.
Yep. Here comes, they have a good count, obviously, because here comes Tomfoolery. Pushing up, getting a little bit aggressive. 3v1 on a small map, defenses are able to get a little bit more aggressive and start narrowing down those lines that they know the guys are coming from. Antics trying to give off as little sound cues as possible. Great flick, great coming up and swing on Tomfoolery there. Putting in the work with that 249, that's it slows you down a little bit now than what it used to.
Yep.
So you move a little bit slower than your guys with your riflemen, but you just have a crap ton of bullets.
And Chocolate able to take Antics
for
the defensive win. That was a very very promising push by the Eagles.
Yeah, absolutely. Just kind of fell apart just a little bit there at the end. Like I said, with Fireteam Phoenix having Albatross there on the bottom floor of the spawn house, watching that lane 4 corner onto Burning House, it just locked down that corner to where no one was getting around there. That allowed the rest of his teammates to really focus on that lane 3, lane 2 push.
Yeah. We will wait out the next spawn here. I'd like to be able to see what Fireteam Phoenix does if they were to get that west spawn. Lane 1 and 2 push. It opens you up to a lot of different approaches. It's a longer push, but you can get that line on the center house a little bit earlier as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we have quite a bit of Shadow Kings in the chat right now.
Yeah.
Talking back and forth. So shout out to my Shadow Kings. We'll see you on later on tonight.
And it is that spawn on the northwest side.
So with the northwest spawn here, like you were saying, you don't get as fast as a spawn, so it takes a little bit more offensive coordination to kind of surround the OBJ and get those picks and start moving your way in. They're making a very, very fast push into lane 1, and currently there is no one watching that. Could get a nice little pickup on Hippie Tiger right here.
Yep, that's
They are waiting on it.
that is the advantage of this lane 1 spawn.
Again, completely different defense from what we saw before.
Hippie Tiger does get tagged.
Antics still back there playing the second floor of the spawn house, trying to give Hippie a little bit, and does pick up Andy G coming off of lane 1, so trying to give Hippie some backup there, and he does.
There's the confirm on Andy G. This angle I got on Hippie Tiger here, the round's going clean over his head, but just by a couple inches.
Yeah, I think that's. It looks like they're trying to just keep suppressive fire. Albatross is just trying to keep suppressive fire on Hippie to keep his head down to allow Swin to move up just a little bit. It's also drawing all the lasers over to lane 1 type area, and we do have 2 members of Fireteam Phoenix sneaking up on lane 4.
Yep. Oh, grenade comes in.
No! I'm down, man. Catch me, man.
Some interesting banter coming out of Swin. All right, I think that lane 4 is just starting to engage.
Yeah, he pre-fired right behind one of the sandbag walls, kind of one of those known spots. Tomfoolery should have an angle if Nightmare decides to push this corner. I don't know if he'll be ready for him on the ground laying prone like a sneaky little snake.
That's right. Chocolate gets a good call out on Spawn House. That's Antics up there, I believe. Oh. Now, nice thing about these small maps with the long timers. Albatross, excellent line on Antics. Can't quite. And
Headshot!
There it is.
there's
Good
the
refrag.
headshot. Yep,
Yeah.
and just like that. I won't say.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
And we're down to a 4v2. Nightmare pushing up into playground is going to lock this down from Chocolate, or attempt to.
Living just Swin, crawling up through lane 1. That smoke on the sandbags there, even when you think you know where everybody is, that's a little anxiety inducing on the defense.
100%.
Tiger
Great pickup
takes
by
Swin.
Hippie.
And
Yep.
Nightmare takes Chocolate. So that is another split. We'll look at the scores here. Once again, top fraggers coming out. Chocolate with 3 and 1. Antics with 3 and 2. All right.
And this is what I'm talking about. I can't see your scoreboard. Can you tell me what the actual score is right now? Is it
It's going to be 2 to 1. I'm just throwing
2 to 1?
throwing
Okay.
the scores in now.
All right, there it is. Okay.
And next map is going to be Quarantine.
All right. Again, 1 in 12's chance to get the OBJ that you want.
That's right.
And looks like we're going to be over here by the gas station garage. No, absolutely not. I was reading the mini map wrong. I apologize.
No problem.
Just outside a hospital. Again, some sneaky cap spots on this one. And I'll let you do
Yep.
your thing on the sneaky cap dog.
Ah, yes. So this is one of my favorite objectives to talk through, just because it can be capped from 3 positions at a minimum that all need to be watched from different angles. So when the defenders go down less than 3 defenders, you're in a bad spot to be capped on. So we'll pull out my little pointer here. You can cap anywhere out here within the cap radius of the objective. You can also cap from inside of this annex and underneath the ramp in here. So we'll kind of show that you can get up past the ambulance. There's lots of cover getting to the outside from either the north or the east, frankly. If you're able to get inside of this annex, you've capped. And if you can get under this ramp, and all of those positions have cover from many angles. And the spawn we're getting is the far north behind AC.
Yeah, if they're quick enough, they can get up next to this little shipping container and try to catch somebody as they're moving south.
All right, we're just
Yep.
get the team
Eagles.
names in there.
Eagles does not have anyone going far south, but they are pushing up onto Tank Courtyard.
So something about this new format is you get to see your opponent's play style through a broader selection of maps. And what I mean by that is we've been able to see as casters, obviously we have much better vision than the players do. We've been able to see that the Eagles tend to prefer these tight defenses, where Fireteam Phoenix tends to push out and look for those late lines back onto the objective. You pick up that kind of information a lot faster, I think, in this format. Nightmare
Great
able to
pickup
take
by
Andy
Nightmare.
G. Yep.
Yep. And there's that eastern coverage with Nightmare tucked into those little stairs by the Tank Courtyard.
It's back to 4 apiece here. Grand Albatross was able to pick up Antics. There we go.
Nightmare may get tomfoolery unless they're looking for each other.
Oh, tomfoolery's pushed back. He's really thinking about how to make this cross. That's a tight line by Nightmare.
Yeah, it's a very tight angle.
We do have to be careful in that pulling that angle in the prone.
Yeah.
with the
Nice.
clip in there.
All right, which leaves 3 of Fireteam Phoenix left, and they're pushing in from impact and right around that broken wing courtyard area. Albatross got the elevation, trying to provide a little bit of overwatch while his guys push up into that broken wing courtyard.
There we go. I think Chocolate is going to be... He's going to have to clear a lot of angles here. There's not a lot of teams that leave that center burning building that he's in now uncovered, so...
Right, I would expect as soon as shots start getting fired over here in the west, Nightmare is probably going to turn around and start giving some coverage to the west as well.
Now the thing is, I'm just looking at the mini map here. You have 2 defenders looking east and 2 defenders kind of covering north, and only Oxo really in a position to cover this west push.
That's right.
Not quite sure what he was seeing there. Maybe a shadow.
Yeah, you talking about the nade or the fire or the shots coming off?
The shots. He was. They did just call it out. He was shooting at Nightmare.
Telling it.
Whoa! Chocolate able to get Oxo.
Oh, now this is trouble. This is trouble for Eagles if they don't realize what's going on. Because you can cap from, like you said, from the inside. So some rotations need to start coming out.
Now that being said, Nightmare was able to get a pickup there. He has rotated his point of aim. Oh.
Yeah, Swin does only have 1 minute and 40 seconds left to get into the hospital. And he will have to try to thread that needle to get in there from if Woody starts looking west and try not to expose himself too much to Nightmare, depending on how if he rotates around as well. But he can thread that needle, get into the hospital and get to that spot and be able to make a cap.
If he's able to squeeze by Nightmare, I think his line from Woody is pretty covered. If he's able to squeeze by that late line from Nightmare, Hippie Tiger is outside, and there's that under the ramp cap spot is wide open.
Right.
Chocolate creating a little bit of a distraction with a grenade.
52 seconds. They're starting to close in a little bit. Man.
Oh. Nightmare is able to get Swin.
Yeah, great heads up right there, knowing that he could cover that from where he was at and didn't need to rotate around.
And he's able to get Chocolate. We'll pull up the scores here for that Eagles victory. I thought so, yeah. Nightmare with an ace. 5-0.
Absolutely. Yeah, he put in the work. He put in the work there, just holding down that line, not letting anyone pass that South Street into the hospital area at all.
Yeah, and just demonstrating, Fireteam Phoenix demonstrating as a whole again how those angles looking in can be as effective, if not greater in their case, on these 2 maps, greater than angles looking out.
100%.
Now there's a number of spawns for this this objective, and I can never never quite remember where they all are. Not until I'm looking at the map.
For this one, you believe you have a west spawn back behind the tail of the plane.
Right.
You have a north spawn that we just saw, and more of a northeastern spawn.
It's over by the cash trucks, I think, right?
Yeah, ish, somewhere back over in that area.
Yeah. I could have sworn. Oh, there's not an east spawn on this one. It's It's the objective on the building just west of the hospital there, where there's like 3 east objectives or east spawns as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're up to 11 concurrent viewers. That's excellent. And which spawn are we looking for? Oh, there is a far east spawn there. Underneath the highway.
Yeah, the northeast over there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, God, the scores are not based on map, it's based on background.
Eagles are just discussing a little bit of the strategy they can use with the topography of this map. Nice 3-2 split with Oxo, Woody, and Hippie going towards the north. And Nightmare and Antics pushing along the highway in the east. I think that's going to be where our first contact comes up.
Yeah, a little bit different setup from the defense than what we saw last round. Tomfoolery's is the one covering that eastern cross into the south from behind the wall instead of over there by the tank courtyard.
Yep. Nightmare gets a drone up, and interesting position, but he is behind a little foothill, so he looks like he's out in the open, but he's got some cover. Swin takes
It's dead.
takes out the drone.
Oh, it's not dead.
Oh.
You guys are mugging me off, man. Which way did it come from, Lewis? It's dead.
Yeah, okay, now the drone is down.
Oh my God. No. Yes, the flank should be clear. Just watch. Watch.
We got 3 wrapping all the way into the northwest. Trying to come
Tomfoolery.
down.
Yeah, was
Trying to
over the
come down
antics there.
north. Yeah, absolutely. And trying to come down that north alley.
I heard some contact over there.
East of the street at the walls of the
Tomfoolery just making some confirmations there.
Yeah, I think Oxo is looking for that person in center burning.
Little onward timing, I think, coming here. Not a whole lot of Nightmare showing as he comes around towards Tomfoolery, but Tomfoolery's tucked in pretty tight and rotates looking the other direction.
Yeah, Woody and Hippie Tiger getting ready to work their way up into the second floor of Impact. Looking back towards OBJ, they could end up having a decent angle onto Andy G. Great pickup there by Nightmare onto Tomfoolery.
Yep. Tomfoolery's
Now
just
he-
downed and getting some call-outs out. Chocolate is rotating around to Warehouse there, looking to cover that line. Oh, it looks actually like Chocolate is going for a a flank there.
Yeah, all those shots in the east have drawn. You can see it's drawn Chocolate out. It's drawn Swin out. Had them everyone looking east, and now here comes the west push, taking out the guy there in center burning.
This forces Chocolate to come back and abandon that flank.
He may be trying to get that revive. It sure is.
He is, and Nightmare onward timing. Oh, Nightmare does see the revive. So now he knows that there's 2 right in front of him. Does he communicate that to his team? Oh, there's a lot of onward timing going on right here.
Oh, absolutely. Albatross did hear those shots coming over here to the west. He's in the gas station. He's trying to take that center line cross towards center burning. But unfortunately, there's some defilade there in the terrain that allows Oxo think to make his way in. Now will Swin. Nope, he rotates down.
Gets inside objective.
Eagles players talking, giving that 1 minute call out, saying we only have a minute left.
Yep.
To push this. Meeting up at center burning.
I know there's going to be a contact here with Nightmare in about 7 seconds when he hears that beeper go off.
Oh yeah.
Lots of onward timing on this
Guys are supposed to
on this map.
20 seconds on top.
Here come the smokes.
Nightmare able to take chocolate.
Nice
Goes down to
job.
tomfoolery on the refrag.
Yep.
And here,
Immediate refag. Oh, here comes the cap.
yep.
Oxo thinks on it.
Oh,
Oh, they got it off. Great job.
all
Great
right.
job.
Tried to
Good
get-
final. Yep. Good final push there by the Eagles. Split it up into two different avenues of approach. Drew everyone's attention to the east, and then came in with the 3-man push towards objective with some smokes.
Yep.
Great job. That looked great.
Yeah, no, that was impressive. That last 30 seconds, with 1 second remaining, they were able to get the cap off. So that's, you want to use that time as
Mhm.
effectively as possible, and they sure did. All right, so
Right.
just before the before everything disappears, the map reloads. Top fragger on that one, Nightmare with 6, Tomfoolery with 5 over on the Fireteam Phoenix side. And I better get those scores up because it looks like we're headed to another map very shortly. So that was an Eagles 3-point.
Looks like we may be re-hosting.
Potentially, yep. We will we'll figure that out in a minute. I'll get the scores up first, let them get through the rehost process if that's what they're doing. And the fray there, some of my settings got a little touch, so we're okay. We're back. So the 3 points by Eagles on quarantine still amount to just 1 map win, which now actually ties up the match at 2 points apiece.
Nice. Great way to fight back there and bring their way back from that 1-point deficit.
There we go. Yeah, so we're definitely getting a rehost. And it will take us a little while to figure that out. I think what I'm going to do is just drop a little cutscene here while we work our way through it.
John Wick, man.
All right, and we're back. And the next map we're going to be playing is Cargo.
Yeah, this is one of those maps that you either love it or you hate it.
I have
And,
spent much of my Onward career not liking it.
Correct. You and me both. I really do not like this map at all.
What we can do here, I'm just going to pull the camera up onto. So this is center diamond. This is the riskiest objective, I think, to get if you're going to play cargo in this format. This is a highly, highly cappable objective. I'll give everybody a little walkthrough here. So this is the center diamond objective. Cargo is a very small map, and the offensive team is able to get smoke onto that immediately. So we'll get let the guys get in and ready.
Yep, if you're picking cargo, this is and you're starting on offense, this is the objective you want to see come up. If you're on the defense, this is the objective that you hope does not come up. This is by far the most cappable objective on cargo itself. So, yeah. I could tell you that if I was on defense, I probably have a few choice words to say right now.
That's right.
And if I was on offense, some happier choice words to say.
So I just got word on Discord there from the teams. They are taking a quick bathroom break. There'll be a couple minutes.
Beautiful.
So we'll keep things entertaining here in the commentary.
Yeah, absolutely. So with some cargo is normally played. Now there you have your basic lobby, normal lobby, pub lobby play, and then you have your competitive play.
Right.
Yeah, your basic lobby play, everyone runs towards the middle, throws as many flashes and smokes as they can, and it's just one big cluster. Competitive play, you'll see a little bit more controlled chaos.
Yep.
There'll still be some controlled or some early utility coming out. But you start picking up on some of those early long lines that you can get. Defense has a great line. From a couple of these shipping containers that they can watch that western cross of the offense if they try to come in west.
Yep.
And then there's a good line over here on the east that you can watch as someone tries to rotate in towards the eastern tunnel. Unfortunately, you are kind of wide open when you're trying to watch that, and the offense has a better, longer angle or line in the east there as well. So,
yeah.
Normally this comes down to controlling the center of the map. If you can control the center of the map, and inside that controlled chaos, everything's going to work out just fine for you.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of highlighting that what we mean when we say center. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. These rooms here they're open and they can be passed through. And each of them has a large door and a small door. Obviously, you don't want to walk in through the small door because there's more angles I can get you from the large one, and that comes into play with which lane you take.
Yep, absolutely. So this being such a small map, what a lot of teams end up doing is going off of those sound cues, knowing that you have. If I'm playing center 3, and I hear that someone is probably next to me on center 2, making those quick rotations, quick flicks into that, and relying on those reflective. Man, I can't think today. Good Lord Almighty.
Maybe
words are hard, folks. Right. Words are hard today. Goodness. Reflexive skills. My goodness gracious. Don't get old, kids. It sucks.
I'm just letting the teams know that casters are ready. They're a couple minutes for the bathroom here is just about up. Excellent. So we're going to make that go away. Just review what we've done so far. 4 maps, and We're tied at 2 points apiece. There was a definitive win by Eagles, definitive win by Fireteam Phoenix on map 1, and 2 ties. So these teams are fairly evenly matched, even for their vastly different play style. Now, what do you think of the difference? Because I've seen a couple things. It's not as obvious as I thought it would be. What do you think of the difference between the EU play and the NA play? Because when we play against these guys, it feels like they're playing a different game. But watching them, it's not as much as I thought.
Yeah, so you see a lot more, I think, speed and aggression come out of the majority of the NA teams. Getting somewhere as quickly as possible. EU kind of slows things down just a tad. However, I think our style of play, and when I say our, from the team that we're on, is much slower than your normal NA teams.
Right.
If that makes sense. So the EU style of play, I think, fits the way that we play a lot more. If that makes sense to you.
Yep. No,
But
it does make sense.
I'm digging it. Like seeing it coming from our brothers from across the pond.
Yeah.
And seeing how things different work out. There are some similarities just because we all play the same daggum game. And there's just so many ways you can push an objective.
Yep.
But but no, I'm digging it.
We are launching in now. I was just about to say all the players are readied up, so here we go. Let's see how Eagles approach this offensive. I'm expecting to see a lot of utility, a lot of smoke.
Yeah, Fireteam Phoenix has already thrown out an early defensive smoke to cover that cross towards the west.
Free fires, smoke's coming out.
Let's go right.
Good call outs coming out of Andy G. Albatross, an excellent position. Andy G able to get Oxo and a trade there. Oxo just downs. And wow, yeah. And the confirm out of Nightmare.
All right, so here's what I was talking about, controlling the center. Right, and once you can control the center, you can start slowing things down just a tad. Right, you're looking for folks getting a little bit peaky, kind of like what Chocolate just did. However, Hippie was unable to get that pick up, but Woody able to. Yep, to capitalize on that.
On such a small map, being at a deficit is never a good thing. Nightmare able to take Albatross and Swin.
And Swin. Wow, great heads-up play there by Nightmare. Just leaving 1.5 with tomfoolery on OBJ.
This
doesn't seem like they...
Not where anybody wants to be on this objective.
Not at all. Yep, there we go. Great job by the Eagles. Good push.
Very.
That's that controlled chaos we were talking about, coming in, taking over the center, looking for those picks, and working your way in that way once you know you've got the numbers advantage.
Yeah. Got Nightmare with 3 and Woody with 2. Dominant performance over there for Eagles. And Andy G, the only one with a kill on Fireteam Phoenix on that round.
Yep.
And that was a trade. If I do remember, that was a trade with Oxo, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So this objective does not favor the defense. It's one of the few objectives in the game that objectively does not favor the defensive team.
That is correct. Yep, absolutely. Now, there are some really good defensive lines that you can get. They're a little bit longer lines that you have to take. But unfortunately, when you take those longer lines, you leave the objective open because you're not as close as you need to be. So
that might have been the Eagles' thinking, because this was their map pick. And like I said, with this format, you get to pick up on the habits of your opposition team a lot faster. And I don't think it was unreasonable to think that they picked up on those pushed out defenses and late lines, which this objective just does not reward.
No, not at all.
So catching up with Fireteam Phoenix, let's see if they can return the favor and earn back either that half point or the whole point with a cap.
Yeah, Fireteam Phoenix caps right here. That takes away that that Eagles offensive round there for sure.
Smoke's coming out. Grenade comes out, just misses Chocolate and Albatross. Andy G able to take Hippie Tiger.
Here's that controlled chaos
Yep.
here. Oh my goodness, here it is. Here's that little bit quicker style play that we were talking about.
It's so
and just
quick.
like that, right? And just like that, it's a 3v1 in favor of the Eagles.
That was so quick. It was almost impossible to keep up with it.
Oh yeah.
As we're switching through views here, trying to catch the action, everybody just drops like flies.
hmm
Good comms coming out.
Now, Swin has a ton of time.
Yeah.
Ton of time. Still has 5 minutes left on the clock. So all that action took place within the first 30 seconds. He can shoot and scoot, per se, where he can try to get an angle on one guy, make a shot, rotate into another angle, and see if he can find a pick and try to wither this team down to a one-on-one.
And what I'm not sure of is if Swin has any awareness here that he's the last up on his team, because it sounds like he's still giving callouts.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's coming down. Yep. Nightmare knows exactly where Swin is.
With all that action all at once, I don't know if the Eagles have a good count as well. Because if they did, this would be the time for a rotation.
100%. Yep. That's the unfortunate part, is when everything takes place all at once like that, you really have to then spend some time counting dead bodies.
That's right.
And,
Yeah.
and trying to figure out what the kill count is. Great job for the Eagles. Great job holding that down, taking that defensive round and earning them a full point for the scoreboard.
Yep. It's a top fragger on that. Nightmare 7-0 on that map.
Wow.
Just
Great job.
Dominant performance. So we'll get those scores up. So this will be the first time that the Eagles are actually up in this match, and they're going to go up by a full point.
Should be a 3-2 then now, all right?
That is correct.
Wow, that's
If I-
great.
If I didn't have a fancy scoreboard, I would have a hard time keeping track of that.
I completely understand. Yeah.
And we are going to Bazaar.
All right, here's another one of those maps. Great map. Love this map, right? But if I'm picking it as an offense, I'm hoping I get Kiat, and if I'm on defense, I'm hoping it's not. And Kiat being the most capable objective. However, we are heading over here to the East Tank.
All right, I don't have that. I don't have that quite yet. I'm gonna get the. I'm gonna get a cut scene up here while I figure that out.
Sure.
And we're back.
All right.
So yeah, that's the East Tank objective. I'm just gonna get the. This was a Fireteam Phoenix map pick. We'll get those in now. There we go. So while we're waiting, I'm gonna pull up the map. If you want to talk us through some of the approaches, some of the spawns. What are you thinking when you come into this objective as a defender?
As a defender, I know that there's only 2 spawns for the offensive spawns for this objective. Defense only has 1, and it's all the way in the southwest of the map. So as you narrow that down, you need to have something set for that quick spawn, which is more northern, and something for the late further away, which is northwest. A lot of offensives try to go northeast.
Yep.
So you want to try to get someone to be able to cover that northeastern approach right off the bat to deny that area. So it looks like they may have gotten the quick spawn area.
They got the north behind Kiot spawn there.
Mm-hmm. And this is what I'm talking about, that northeast cross.
Yep.
Here it comes. We want to try to deny it.
It looks
Setting
like
up in the blue room, and then pushing the east courtyard with the defender as well.
nice smoke. It's effective. Nightmare not able to capitalize on that. Tomfoolery getting by. More smoke's coming out. So actually, Nightmare is rotated down into the East Market, watching for that door that points north. And a lot of those shots are coming out of Oxo. Woody
Right.
having the late line here on the tank and blue room. So a lot
So
of
they're-
coverage looking
Mhm.
directly north. Not so much
Mhm.
coverage for those 2 in the center.
Yeah, Fireteam Phoenix has already pushed 3 people directly east into the construction site. Now Woody's position and defense is kind of that final line, and can hold off that cap coming from the east. But one good, well placed smoke that kind of helps him out. Nightmare, great heads up, knowing that they didn't come through the northeast door there into the eastern courtyard, so they have to be somewhere over by construction. And was able to pick up one.
I can free one
Yep.
more.
Nightmare
Big s-
also picks up swim.
Headshot!
So Eagles really picking this apart. Antics,
Absolutely.
leaving it down to a 4-1 advantage for the Eagles.
Yep, good kill count by the Eagles. They know they're down to their last offensive player. Nightmare's now making that flank into the northeast all the way around, and should be able to pick up Albatross here.
Oh,
Onward
timing.
time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Albatross trying
Let's
to get
go-
that frag.
Yeah, this is
Ooh.
definitely going to be he's expecting Woody over there in the corner, but he's not going to be expecting Nightmare. And Albatross is going to have to cross that line.
There it is, right
Yep,
there.
there it is. Yep.
Headshot!
More
Great
headshots
job.
in that round than that I've seen yet.
Good
So-
defensive hold. Good defensive hold.
Yeah, so first round goes to the Eagles. Pulling up the scores here. Nightmare with 3, Antics with 2, Tomfoolery with 1.
Yeah.
Nightmare once again putting in work for Eagles.
Yeah, absolutely. Antics definitely had the center covered, right? So with Antics being able to cover the center market, it really did free up Nightmare, and I can't remember who was over there in that corner, but just to have to worry about that eastern construction area, it was great, just an overall great defensive hold.
Yeah.
By the Eagles there.
I will say this the format, it didn't change, but these teams are picking their maps a little bit faster, I think, than the last exhibition. So this is going a little bit quicker. We're already through 5 maps, correction, into our 6th. After only an hour and 20 minutes.
Nice. Nice.
So now we're in that far spawn. Eagle's getting the far northwest.
Yep. All right, this should allow Fireteam Phoenix a little bit more time to set up in a defense. As the defense, if I don't start seeing those contacts right off the bat like that, then it's kind of pretty plain that they got the further away spawn.
Yeah, so Chocolate's watching for that cross. He's not seeing it, so the communication there, you can see already that Fireteam Phoenix has pushed their defense a little bit wider. In fact, I think we're about to see a contact. Yeah, we are. Woody was able to take the Andy G Mac, who's on what looked like a flank push. And our next
Could be-
contact is going to be over here northeast, I think.
Yeah, it could be Chocolate onto Hippie Tiger.
Now, do they have smokes, or are they going to try and cross this silently?
Oh man, yep. Looks like he's just gonna try to cross it,
Yep.
and he's gonna pay for that decision. Yeah, no doubt. Which Antic says, "Nope, not today, sir. I'm going back the other way." So
Does it look like we have a drop on your side there?
on to Eagles. Yeah, sure enough.
Yeah.
No, yep, Eagles. They had someone dropped there. Only 3 up now.
We got Antics up in the 2nd floor Kiot. And we have the long flank coming out of Eagles as well. I wonder.
Oh, unfortunately for the Eagles, that was Nightmare.
Oh no.
Yeah, that dropped for them.
So I was gonna say that this push is gonna be highly effective, but Swin able to pick them up and call them out in the south. Swin able to get Woody. Tomfoolery able to get Annex, and that is the round.
Yep, great hold there for Fireteam Phoenix. Realizing that they did get the further spawn, but not getting so aggressive into the west, and waiting until Eagles cross an open space to engage them.
Yep. And we're just gonna pop over to put our scores in for Bazaar. So the Eagles there for a 0.5 point.
So 3.5 to 2.5.
That is correct. And we're going to
All
Subway.
right. All right. And it's the north stairs objective. This is going to get spicy.
3.5 to 2.5. And I might as well put Subway in here. All right.
Yeah.
So it'll be Eagles map pick.
This is definitely one of my favorite objectives to push. Don't like defending it that much, but I definitely like pushing it.
Yeah, this This is one of my favorite objectives. One of my little secret things in my cutscene there is from this objective. The thing you need to do on this objective is manage aggression.
Yep, absolutely.
That's all that there is to it. You need to be able to keep covering fire on the objective and on those defenders in order to move in. Now, there is 2 realistic places to cap this objective. So right here, from the north stairs, around this corner, you can cap from right here, which protects you from anyone defending from the platform. Also, you can cap from just inside of this little nook, which, although open to the platform, protects you from kind of the last man up positions, which are usually back here. Now, Subway has a lot of nooks, crannies, and 3 levels. There's the exterior level where we started, where my camera spawned in there. There's the platform level where the objective is, and there is the basement platform level, which is one of the angles here, one of the lanes that the teams may choose to take because it's got a little more cover. No one likes to cross this big upper platform.
I know that's not my preferred method to get there. So
I don't want to talk too much about my preferred method.
right.
And the teams are spawning in. Eagles spawn in at the XXX alley. There's only the one spawn for this objective.
Yeah. Your normal defensive here will at least dedicate at least 2 people to the northern push, with and possibly one going up into Horseshoe, and another one onto the actual platform itself. Fireteam Phoenix is sending 4 towards north, 1 all the way up and 2 back watching the OBJ from a little bit further off.
I think this is going to be where we see our first contact here. I got night vision on if you want to remind me to turn it off later.
I got you, my man.
And here comes
Oh,
the
frag over. A little bit too cooked.
a little overcooked. That one would have
Yeah.
been better medium rare. That was a little well done.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, they're giving audio... Nightmare getting audio cues from whoever's downstairs. Albatross in the north tunnel, north tracks. He gave that call out to his guys that are coming out downstairs.
Yeah, unfortunately, right now they don't have anybody watching that center platform, and they got 2 coming up into center platform with 1 in the basement.
I'm just wondering with how crunchy this is. Nightmare misses that grenade. That's a hard wall to get the grenades over. Chocolate with quite a bit of patience. They do spot the C4. Nightmare takes it out. Another grenade over.
Albatross should possibly get Hippie Tiger right here, or nope, he didn't fully peek it.
I might have to...
I still think Chocolate's going to be the first. Yep, absolutely.
Yep. Now, Woody is able to clean up Chocolate. So, and they got a good call out there.
Yep, here comes the 3 all together now into north basement stairs. Albatross able to pick up 2, but there was a trade, so...
Hippie Tiger is able to get that, and he's only downed. So I think Oxo will be able to get the...
Yeah, Oxo, if he looks, could get Andy G. There it
He
is.
does, yep.
Yep. So now this really puts Fireteam Phoenix into a pickle, right? You probably don't have a good number count because of the trade, and you got people coming in from 2 sides.
Yep.
You know there's someone up in north, and you know there's at least one on main platform, and they're just going to start tightening that noose and moving in.
Tom Foolery
Oh.
watching two angles here.
So Eagles do not have they do now, but they didn't have a solid kill count. He called out Echo 1. All
Swin
right,
is
now
able to take Woody.
this is extremely capable.
Swin able to take Tiger.
Great
swing.
push.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So now Swin is in that position where he's got to cover both of those spots where he cannot.
Yep.
He can't see both.
Yep. There
And
it is.
Fink finishes it with a headshot.
Yep. Great offensive push there. You could see there towards the at where it was that 1v1. Swin was unsure where that last person was going to be, whether he was coming from the north or whether he was coming from the main platform. And like you said, you kind of have to be able to cover both cap points. And I think was able to get him as he was rotating out.
Oh yeah, he sure was. Think with he's our top fragger in that first round. He's got 3 kills, no deaths, and a revive. So that's that was definitely his round to shine. And
No
this
doubt.
was an Eagles map pick. So
yep.
It's nice to see the teams come out and get those Marsoc wins on their picks.
Right.
It shows that
now,
their strategies are working.
Now I'm sure when they saw north stairs, they were hoping for cap.
Yep.
That way they could get in, get it done, and be gone. But it's still a win. They need to hold down their defense, and they'll walk away with another whole point.
Absolutely. The Fireteam Phoenix here can 100% steal the point. So how the caps work, if you are the away team on a map pick, so you defend first, you lose the first round, and then you cap on the second round, you actually steal the whole map point. So the 1 point by the home team doesn't really doesn't have an effect. So it's the ability to steal. I'm still getting my head wrapped around some of the rules, but it does make sense.
It does, absolutely. So I do want to see a tap. I want to see if Fireteam Phoenix can come down, put some good fire onto the north basement stairs there, and be able to sneak their way in and get that cap.
I'm thinking this might be a 5-man. Oh no, Tom Foolery pushes down the stairs into maintenance.
Yep, completely different again. I've been saying this every map, but a completely different defense for the Eagles. They sent 2 into Horseshoe, and only 2 covering from the north. No one's pushed up. They've decided to just let them have the north stairs.
Now this is an interesting push for the offense because you're not challenged. You get to save some of your utility.
Yep. There's a flank coming in. If Swin's not careful, Nightmare's going to come in behind him.
Oh yeah, I see that. I think he is. There it is. Yep. Nightmare is able to get Swin. Swin gets antics, but they should be aware of the flank now. Here comes Chocolate. There you go. Now that body there is doing them a disservice because they think they got the flanker. Very rarely will you see 2 flankers. So lots of utility coming out. Now, this being said,
yep, here comes Nightmare now. He's coming in from the backside.
Headshot!
He should be able to clean house. Yep, there it is.
Yep. We've had that problem before.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
So, for all intents and purposes, this is a 1-all. Now, Albatross just downed. Not sure if he's going to be given, if he's going to give up the audio cue or give up the communication. This is going to force Nightmare to rotate.
Oh, great pickup.
Nightmare
Great
picks up
pickup.
tomfoolery, and Eagles take the full map point for Cargo.
And again, Nightmare putting in the work.
Yeah, Nightmare 5-1-0. Oxo 3-1-1.
All right, I don't know what the issue is because my computer is plugged in, but it just gave me the low battery signal. So you may lose me. I don't know what I don't know what's going on.
If I do, then we'll I'll tough it out. What
There
else
you
can
go.
you do? So the Eagles able to take 2 rounds on that map. Oh, got my macros turned on still. My mistake. Yeah, they're able to take 2. And Fireteam Phoenix not able to capitalize on Subway, making this a 4.5 to 2.5 match at this point.
Nice. If this was official, now I know you said we're going to end up doing all 9 maps, but if this was official, the Eagles only need that a half a point. They need to just win 1 round, and that would be the end of it. They would officially win.
Yep. Interesting map choice here by Fireteam Phoenix.
Yeah. Yeah, wow. So, those of you not familiar with the game of Onward, the reason you hear me and Cal Mac being so like, wow, you picked this, is Fireteam Phoenix is down. And they picked Downfall. Downfall is a heavily Volk favored map because it is so open.
So, Cap, I'm going to need you to do me a favor. I'm going to need you to share your screen if you have it. Oh, I think we did just lose Cap Doctore. Ha Okay. So there goes Cap Doctore. We will see if he comes back, but in the meantime, we will there we go. See if we get him back. Now, unfortunately, this map's going to be a little brighter unless we get a 5-minute break. Oh, and we're not getting a 5-minute break. Okay. Okay, so we are looking at upper dumpster objective. And we'll just get the team names in there for you. And Fireteam Phoenix picking Downfall. This is a huge map. It's a very interesting map because it is one of the only maps in Onward where every building has an interior. So contacts, even for such a large map, contacts come out right away.
Echo free.
There you go. Eagles with a good count. How does Fireteam Phoenix handle this? They've been called out in Center Hotel. Yeah, you can see every building has an interior. So many windows, so many angles to cover. Oh, Hippie Tiger able to take chocolate, leaving this a 5-2 advantage to the Eagles. Oh, Tomfoolery able to get antics. making it a 4-2.
What's your finish with that, Jeff?
One less bit.
That line coming back on to Center Hotel. Hippie Tiger able to take Andy G.
Hotel.
From inside of upper dumpster. So that would be the objective building.
All right, Cal, I'm back.
You are back.
Yeah, I don't have my video on, so you just get to deal with my sexy voice.
Right on. Was that a video problem that you're having there, or?
No, the power cord, you know, where you got two separate different power cords now. One plugs into the other.
Yep.
Yep. Well, that kind of came separated just a little bit, and I didn't realize it, so completely died on me. But we are back. We're up and running. I'm ready to go.
Right on. I was going to ask you to share your screen because I did that thing.
Oh, you did a thing.
I did that thing. That night vision thing.
Oh, goodness. All right. Well, let me see if I can figure out how to do that.
Well, for now, just I don't think it's looking so bad. And we'll tough it out for a map. Well, you get a couple percent into your battery there.
Yeah.
Nightmare up in a good spot there on the boulders. And at the Marsoc Twins. Hippie Tiger in the objective building. We have Oxo in White House in the south. And Woody is hanging out in Lower Dumpster.
Yeah, they got a great kill box around this objective. It's going to be tough for tomfoolery to make his way in there. Not impossible,
Very
but
difficult.
tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like Nightmare understands what's going on. He realized he hadn't had any action up there in the east, and he's going to rotate back and help out from the South Valley.
Lots of smoke coming out of tomfoolery. I wonder if he is going for a clutch on this one.
Yep, there's the line. Yep, great job.
So that was Nightmare and Woody able to secure the kill at the same time. So he walked right into their overlapping fire there.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Eagles take that first round. And pretty good spread on the Eagles' defensive round. Nightmare with 2, Hippie Tiger with 2, and Antics with 1. Did you want to talk us through? I gave a little bit of your description of downfall with every building having an interior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so kind of where before I cut off, I was talking about this is a very Volk heavy favored map.
Yeah.
Is like we just saw, you can get in a spot, you can tuck in, and you can hold from in some places all the way across the map.
Right.
So it's very difficult for an offense to get those picks if a defense hunkers down and just waits for the offense to cross in the open. Kind of like what we saw in quarantine. There are some defilade here, which allows the terrain to give Marsoc some concealment
Right.
as they're making their push. But this is a very difficult map. I enjoy this map only because it forces team play.
Yeah. I'm going to take the opportunity here just to move myself out of the center of the cast there.
There you go.
So we got the quick spawn here in the northwest, up by Brothel. Eagles pushing 4 towards helicopter, and
Yep.
one Oxo is just hanging back at the spawn building with some cover.
Great job by. Well, excuse me, I apologize. By the defense recognizing that it was the quicker spawn, and instead of pushing, you saw Andy G. Mack. He was trying to push towards that south bungalow.
Yep.
It was able to readjust and head back. You do have tomfoolery that is going on a wide flank here in the east. He's going to try wrapping around, and I'm going to assume that he's going to try to come down onto upper red.
There's as long as he's got good awareness of where his teammates are,
Headshot!
that's what he doesn't want to see right now, is his teammates dropping while he's off on an adventure here.
Yep.
Coming out of upper red,
Right.
just like you said.
Yep. He's going to push into, I would assume, push into lower red annex, or maybe even upstairs lower red.
Oxo getting a little piece
Yep, there it
tomfoolery.
is.
Yep. Happily on the flank. However, I'm pretty sure Nightmare is about to pick him up. Nightmare's looking for the flanker.
Yeah, Tom just keeps going. He keeps moving. Oh my goodness.
Headshot!
Yeah, got really aggressive with that.
Albatross takes antics. This is a good spot. This is a hard spot to access, especially from that spawn. But this is the sniper building annex. Really good overwatch of this objective.
Yeah, 100%. If you can find a way to get up in there as the defense and lock down either one of those windows or that door, you are in a tough spot to root out for the offense.
Nightmare.
I say that,
Wow.
but Nightmare makes a liar out of me, and completely wipes out Albatross up there in that spot. So
Prone from behind
Oh
the
my-
helicopter. That's a hard shot. So Woody getting lazed from White House there, and Swin and Chocolate also watching that angle.
yeah, unfortunately, Swin at some point is gonna have to rotate out of that White House position. Great shot though. Great shot on the Woody into center hotel.
Well, that was a C4. I'm wondering if they got a little nervous. Nightmare looks like he's looking at his tablet, seeing that he's the
Echo 2 still.
yeah, he's got one up with him.
And one White House probably.
Gets a good call out on White House. Oxo on the red truck here on West Road.
Yeah, has a great angle on the chocolate if chocolate gets a little bit too peaky.
There he is. There it comes.
Nightmare pushing up the center.
I think there's going to be some onward timing here.
Oh, Nightmare could absolutely, if he gets to the place, Swing can't see Nightmare. Only person able to stop Nightmares is Chocolate.
And Chocolate, if he swings out, I have a feeling. Oh, Oxo has rotated.
Oh man. Nightmare's crawling, but Chocolate, yep, there it is. Good peek by Chocolate there. Oxo think is going to be in a little bit tighter of a position here. Now it's still possible to get past Swin, but those smokes are going and they're going fast.
Yep. And just
And
as
yep.
you say that, Swin
Yep.
takes Oxo with a headshot.
Nice. Nice.
So that's one map or one round apiece for the two teams on Downfall. I am going to make a sneaky attempt here at reloading the game.
Sure.
There we go. So if you just want to let
While
me
you-
know what maps are coming up.
Yep, I'll let you know. I'll provide some commentary while you're reloading the game, and viewers might not be able to see anything, but hey, they can listen to my sultry voice.
That's it. It should not be that big of a deal time wise. I'm hoping it doesn't take forever.
Right.
So Downfall. One thing you could let me know is what is the next map choice?
Hey, if it ever comes up, I will let you know. They're still stuck on Downfall,
That is all right.
and everyone's gone. So I'm gonna go look for a rehost.
That is perfect. The timing could not be better for a rehost. That is excellent. Or there's a potential being that was map 8,
Right.
and the half points there would have brought the Eagles to 5.
Yep.
I'll do the points now. So the half point there brings the Eagles to the official win in regulation time.
Yep.
With a score of 5-3.
Yep. I see nothing in lobbies to suggest that they are going to be playing map 9.
I'm just hitting the teams up in Discord and seeing if they're calling it or gonna try for that 9th map. Oh, and it says they're gonna be rehosting on USS Quest.
On USS Quest. Fair enough.
All right, so I just let them know that while they're rehosting, I'm gonna do some work on my side. We'll get USS Quest up on the scoreboard.
All right. Yes, it is. The lobby is up.
Perfect, and I'm not too far out.
Uh-oh.
So we're on USS Quest. And
Okay, you're gonna have to give me a minute. 'Cause
Absolutely.
Evidently, I didn't take my own captain advice and have USS Quest downloaded.
that is all right. There was a recent update I went through today and got all the map updates. There we go. So I am in, and they are not. The lobby's not full yet. They might be taking another bathroom break.
Hey, listen. Bathroom breaks are important. I've come to realize this definitely the older I get.
Yeah, a little trivia on Cap's team, which is also my team. All of us are just a little bit older than we want to be. So
That is true story. That is
bathroom
absolute
breaks.
true story. I think we rival Dark Tidings for the being the overall oldest average age team.
Yeah. So this was an Eagles map pick. On USS Quest. So we are in. And the funny thing in USS Quest is that night vision is an option again. So I could have
Really?
just turned it off instead of resetting.
Yeah.
But I had no idea what map they were going to pick. So the objective that we're looking at here is on the north side, the one that's closer to the red lane. And what we'll do is I will just bring the cast into the map. There we go.
Do your thing. I'm blind, evidently. So
It took a couple seconds.
mean goodness.
So truth be told, we're into our last 2 rounds of this match, of this exhibition, and we are just now approaching the 2-hour mark. So this is right on par with the more conventional competitive format.
Yep.
So let us know in the chat if this was a format that you want to see more of as a spectator. Ooh. Little lag as the teams load in. And I'm going to catch up with Eagles on their push.
Good Lord. The absolute last map option as I'm scrolling through. I mean.
All right.
-1, Echo 4.
So this lane here, I'm just going to talk through. This is the boardwalk. And then we have Red Room and
Don't worry. You got 'em. The boat was. Oh fuck. Where's your fucking syringe?
all right, and some contacts in Red Room as well, the Red Lane. So right out the gate, Eagles are up to a 4-3 advantage. Really hard to predict on a map this small where that next contact's going to be.
Yeah.
Antics
they
take
picked.
swim.
Yeah, they picked up swim, which is absolutely huge, right? Leaving a 4v2. This allows the Eagles to just get into that green container, and this could be a cap.
Yeah. I was going to say Nightmare taking out Chocolate there was key as well.
He's going around the back.
Yeah, here comes. Looks like Hippie Tiger's wanting to push it. Oh no! Just keep his head down. Here it comes. Oxo Think going into green container. Tablet out. That's a cap, folks.
Oh. No,
He
maybe not.
abandoned it? Oh, he abandoned it. Okay.
He abandoned it in favor of the kill.
Yep. Good.
So
Good.
that was smart. I thought he was going to get shot there. That was a good play. Playing those audio cues there.
Yep, no doubt.
Top fragger on that was Andy GMAC.
I would say so. He was down to he was facing a 1v4 there for a while, so.
So Eagles taking the first round of their map pick here.
What do you think of the updates when Evo came in and redid USS Quest? What do you think about that?
I like the way it plays better. I do like the extra lanes here. We'll do a little fly through. So there's some extra ways to get to and from the Red Room here, which makes it less of a suicidal attempt to get anywhere. So there's 2 of those doorways that go through the body of the ship and allow you to access Red Lane. I like the way that plays. I also like, in theory, I really like what he did with making it look more like a bathtub toy, because this map is a bathtub toy, the whole map. However, from a player perspective, when you're down on the ground here, it doesn't have that full effect. So I did actually prefer the old one for aesthetic. I don't know if you feel the same.
We got some Mighty Owl in the chat that said, I don't know if maybe when you reset there's no game sound coming through.
Oh, no game sound. No, I've got game sound here. No game sound, low quality. Okay. I will what I can do, I will make a quick adjustment. There's going to be contacts here right off the bat, so I'm not going to abandon my post quite yet. But I will make an adjustment to game sound for the Mighty Owls. It is a little low.
Yeah, very similar push coming from Fireteam Phoenix than what we saw come out of Eagles. 3 going main, 2 going red. Chocolate able to pick up Oxothink over here. Swin taking up Hippie Tiger. Annex taking Andy G Mac.
There we go. And Albatross.
Headshot.
Yeah, there we go.
It is now a 5v1 in favor
Wow.
of Fireteam Phoenix.
They could steal this map
Look
back.
at this. They absolutely could. Chocolate is on OBJ. Tablet out. There it is.
There's the
Great,
cap.
great job. Beautiful push coming from Fireteam Phoenix to end the map with a cap. Great job.
So that is the match. We'll pop into the commentary screen here. We'll get the final scores up. So that is Fireteam Phoenix taking 2 points.
So kind of what I said at the beginning of the cast, where it's very difficult right now for players to understand who won and who lost the actual match. I popped into the tent and I heard them discussing that I know we took that map, but who actually won the game? So I think there's going to be some adjustments coming to that, because it is difficult for players while they're playing to understand who's in the lead and who's not.
I'm just gonna. I'll let the teams know what their scores were. Just because you did, if you heard them say who won, I'll drop the scores in Discord for them.
Yeah,
And they'll obviously be able to catch the cast later.
sure.
So, and that is about it. We'll get some of the stuff. See if there's anybody actually left. Yeah, so they've stuck around in the map. I'm not sure what they're thinking of doing next. I'm not set up to keep track of any more maps, but if they keep playing, I'll keep casting for them. Yeah, Shipyard Egress, Suburbia, Quarantine, Cargo, Bizarre Subway, Downfall, USS Quest. That is 9 maps by my count.
Yep, no doubt. And again, what I do like about this format is you get to see a more variety of the game itself. You get to see more maps. It does keep things fresh.
Yep.
It's just from the player side, being inside the tent, you really have no idea what the score is.
That's right.
So, but that's good and bad. You don't know if you need a half a point left to win. But on the good side is you're not so focused on the score, and then and sometimes that can get you tilted. So you're just going out there and you're playing. So
No, absolutely. I do think there's players just need to get used to this format if it's going to get played more. From a spectator's perspective, please, everybody in the chat, anybody interested in IVRL, hit up the Discord. Let the league know what you're thinking of this format. I think from a spectator perspective, though, it's great. It's a little bit more work from the caster perspective, and I'm not sure if that came through, but I think it's worth it. It's the exact same amount of time. We are 2 hours and 5 minutes into the start of the round right now, or the start of the first round. So it's right on par with the more conventional 3-map first to 4 per map. So I like it. Any final thoughts from yourself, Major Captain Doctore?
overall, I absolutely enjoyed watching the Eagles and the Fireteam Phoenix take on each other today. Although different styles, you could tell there's different styles, different strategy thoughts on each side. Very well matched up, and they put on a great show. Give it up. Shout out to both teams for a phenomenal job.
Right on. I agree. The scores at the end were very close, 5-4. Fireteam Phoenix was able to turn it around on Quest, which was not their map pick. That was a point steal from Eagles.
Oh,
so,
beautiful.
Right? That's that shows you don't always well, when you're playing 9 maps, at some point you're both going to be good at one of them.
That's right.
Under this new format, there's no map bans as well. Like I said, down in the description, a brief overview of how I interpret the rules is down there. Last thing, I'm going to ask the 8 spectators that are still watching the live cast. If you did notice anything with audio, if you noticed any kind of hiccups that we can fix on our end, just drop it in the chat and I will review it later. Awesome. Major Captain Doctori, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate the assistance and filling some of that blank space while I worked my way through the cast, buddy.
Absolutely, Cal. I appreciate it. Anytime you need a co-caster, hit me up. I'm here for you, my man.
Right on. We'll see you online a little bit later, buddy.
All right, later, guys.
Ah, bastard!
Nice.
Ah!
Gonna do it.
The knife is
Gonna do